Greetings, guys, gals, non-binary pals, and welcome back to another video.
I'm locked in your basement, Mrbeast. Get me out. Oh, sorry. Oh, I guess the Mrbeast responded in like a 2.5 hour video. I'm not reacting to that. My phone can't handle like a 3 hour video. Or like a 4 hour video. Like I do like about half and half like commentary and like the video. Like I can't do a 4 hour video, and my attention span's horrible. So let's just watch this. 3 minutes. It says it's by Krusty Robot. So let's just get started.
Alright, so Mrbeast responded on Oopaville's channel, so we're going to be digesting it, we're going to be reacting to it. I'm just going to give you the lowdown of what exactly happened, because it's a 2-hour video. A lot was said, but...
You call me a fat ass, I know I'm a fat ass, and all of y'all are dumbasses. Ugly, probably all broke and all bitches.
See, my attention span's horrible. This is what I have to watch. I'm not gonna... If you don't watch it, you can.
Not a lot was said at the same time, just because Mrbeast tried to cover himself up, but like, I'm not sure if I'm buying it. Alright, let's start off with who Oopaville is, because a lot of you may not know who Oopaville is, and like, compared to Mrbeast, because Oopaville only has about 5 to 6 million subscribers only. But basically, Oopaville is a commentary...
Only? That's a lot.
/ journalist / like video essay channel that really gets to the root of the cause of a lot of stuff. I personally like Oopaville, so it was very interesting to see Oopaville and Mrbeast kind of collab here. And they start off the video by talking about the Ava Tyson allegations and why Mrbeast never really had a response that quickly. And apparently with the investigative journal, like in the investigators that were brought in on the Ava Tyson situation, they told him to not talk, which like I can buy that.
Well, Ava Tyson locked me in her basement. I can confirm this is true.
They told him not to talk, but like I'm not gonna forgive the Mrbeast allegations on that one. Like once again, they are still allegations, but like it's still murky waters. And Mrbeast
I mean, it's his best friend, so it's a little sus. Dr. Chris Respect is my best friend too, but we don't talk about it like that.
Brushed off a lot of the things that were mentioned in the video as a misunderstanding, like saying people needed context, but I don't know if I still believe that, just because there was so much being said. Max, can you settle down? He's crying.
Bro, I hate these videos. Just give me that dang response. I don't care about your opinion.
I don't know, but basically there's so much being said with so many different videos that I'm like, it's hard to buy that it was just lack of context and that it was a misunderstanding. Like he talked about how on Reddit, like when people would come to his defense, Reddit mods would take down posts about how Mrbeast is so-called right or so-called not wrong. Like how Reddit mods would kind of take that away. But like, I don't think Reddit mods could do that if it was like an influx of people talking about how
Guys, I'm gonna find a new video. He keeps talking too much. I want an actual summary. Okay, this one's only 20 seconds. It says ADHD version. Why is this the first thing I see when I open this?
Hi, I wanted to provide some context to this video.
Wow. Okay. Let me use response everybody's. Whoa. Okay, sorry about how quiet I am. I'm just reading this. Thank you. Oh my gosh, let me tell you, I'm sorry. I was literally just showing. I got clips of a drama. I got the Mrbeast drama, and it literally, my video literally, after 3 minutes, and literally reacted to this one. It literally just stopped recording and I didn't get the video back. I'm sorry about that. But basically what he said in this video, I'm not gonna rewatch it, I'm sorry about that, is that Mrbeast since Dogpack is affecting his business, he might sue Dogpack. Mrbeast might sue Dogpack for it, and I forget what else he said. And I said that I got locked in, Mrbeast locked me in a cage, He said if you escape, I'll give you $1 million, and like that's why he's problematic. Cause he like locked me in a cage. Like I don't think that's okay. But that's just my opinion. Okay, let's watch the second one.
And
I mean, I try to put that in summary good.
and part of that investigation is they recommended rampant that I not
And let me say, I'm sick right now, so my voice kind of sucks.
talk about drama or really do anything online because it might influence, you know, witnesses or any people they might interview or ex-employees. So it's a little unfortunate because I told them, okay, I'll wait till the investigation is over. And I believe that was literally like
a week before the dog pack video came out.
And then, truthfully, just in transparency, I've never done one of these like big investigations before, and in my head, it was gonna last like 2 or 3.
He needs to do police need to do an investigation on me. Like I'm really. Oh my god! I feel like I'm locked in a cage. Like it's just like I'm such a victim. Okay, sorry. Let's go.
Weeks. It ended up taking a couple months, apparently.
Combing through
All the documents and doing all the interviews and everything.
Respect the Oompa for that mustache. He's looking good.
Just took way longer than I thought because I've never had to bring in a top tier law firm and a former federal prosecutor and let him, do this really big thing. And so that kind of concluded a couple weeks ago when I put out the tweet of the follow-up.
Yeah.
Like that was the day I got the conclusion of it. And I was like, okay, in transparency, I'll throw this out. So up until that point, it was, I had told Quinn Emanuel that, to protect the integrity, I wouldn't do anything or engage in any of this drama. And then after that, yeah, like you said, a lot of stuff had come out between when the investigation started and when it ended. And I was just kind of like, whoa, I don't really know how to like hit this stuff. And I made like a little response video, but that's just kind of not my style, where I just kind of like put a lot of the information that I assume we're going to talk about here out. And it just felt weird. Yeah, I mean, truthfully.
Yeah, okay, that's why. Well,
I've never been in a situation where people have thrown this much stuff at me, and I definitely could have handled it better. Like, I probably should have.
like, he wasn't, like, the best at handling it, but he does have a team, so, like, they'd held him back for sure.
The second I could have talked, like, I don't remember the exact date, 2 or 3 weeks ago when we put that report out, probably should have done something like this right then. If I could go back in time, I would. And yeah, that's kind of like the brain dump, and then here I am.
Yeah, so I was gonna ask. You answered it towards the end, but like, do you regret that? Obviously.
Yeah. If I could go back in time, I would do what we're doing here because I assume this is like the correct format. It's gonna be a little bit more free flowing and natural, and I wouldn't have wasted so much time like trying to do a response. It's just not my thing. I like so much better. Or I'm assuming. I mean, we just started, but I think I'm gonna like so much better being asked the questions and answer it instead of just like sitting in a chair like this, answering it. It just feels a little more natural.
Got you. Yeah.
And use of CGI can undermine.
I low-key don't want to talk about that. Like, I low-key can't add anything to that. Like, he was being too quiet for too long. That's kind of true, but he does got a team. And they got to, like, they're trying to shut him up. Like, wow, that's crazy. But, like, I feel like he's somewhere in the middle. Like, I don't think he's done that many horrible things. Like, he did lock me in a cage, which is pretty bad, but, like, he also had, like, a weird Dr. Chris respect as a friend. Like, I think that part is the weirdest. I don't know about all the illegal lotteries. I don't know if those were true or not. I think we'll talk about that later. Like, I feel like these fake accusations are being made, like, some true ones came out.
And I try to do my best to be transparent. Did you ever see So Crispy's video where they showed the behind the scenes of our Squid Game video?
I did, yes.
Yeah, so we've done that. We've done lots of BTS videos on them, and we've done other BTS videos. So I try to show it
Cause and it's dynamite. I don't know how. Well, I don't know how to use full screen on Twitter. I'm kind of stupid.
but let me think about it. I mean, honestly,
This is like, I I hate Twitter. This is like, I literally think I downloaded Twitter for this. Like, I hate Twitter. Like, I see blue-haired girls all the time be like, oh my gosh, this person's like fat phobic because like they're not fat. I'm like, huh?
The truth is, like, can you, obviously there are channels like Corridor Digital and stuff like that, but can you really think of any like entertainment channels like mine that really do this, like even have the budgets to kind of do this kind of stuff? It's something I've always thought a lot about, because like we're really pushing boundaries, and like I want to like keep
You pushed my boundaries, Mr. Beast. You did. You're rude.
leveling things up, and I think that's a cool way to do it. But it's not like there's some like playbook on how to like incorporate it, right? Because no one else really does it. Like something I was thinking about is like also we rarely use it. Like, I mean, maybe like 0.1% of my shots. Like if we have like a background that like doesn't.
Didn't he like put this guy in like the sky? Like with like it was like one of those like challenges. Like, didn't he like put a guy in the sky with like no like I forget what it's called. Like I forget what it was called. Like something like paint on to like protect him from like falling.
Look too cool. Like it's just like black, but it looks a little off. We'll just like darken it out in post. Like that's like majority of what we do, or sometimes we'll extend a set. But I was thinking like when we do, because bro, we pour millions of dollars into these videos. We build massive sets. Like we go through so much links to make these huge videos, and the last thing I want is people to be like questioning whether or not things are CGI. I mean, like the sets
We build are fucking crazy, man. Like,
Oh, Mr. Beast cursed. Oh no, someone needs to punish him.
it's
Yeah,
wild. Like
noticed,
you should come see the like behind the scenes of it. I mean, sometimes we spend 100 days just literally building one room for one shot of one video.
That's insane.
So yeah, I was thinking like maybe just potentially, I don't know, this is the first time I'm saying it publicly, like time stamping in the description when we do.
That's interesting.
Yeah, or like having some like gimmicky thing where like whenever we do, we like put like a little Beast logo on it, so it's like a thing that if people wanted to identify, they could. I mean, I'm down to figure something out. I mean, we just don't really use it that much. It's just like a thing few and far between. But what I really don't want is people to not be able to trust my videos just because they can't.
Oh my gosh. Well, I don't know if I can trust you, Mr. Beast. I can trust your videos though.
Usually I want to make a wall blacker, or like I want to extend a set a little bit just to make it look cooler and like you feel in tune with it. Because what we do on its own.
So, was there any compliance?
Okay, sorry, I'm not yapping enough. How much are
Bobby.
these? 'Cause okay, that's
Any
fine.
steps
I'm
taken to prevent this? What is your just perspective on that?
Yes. So I don't think we did. I have people looking into it and like trying to pull the footage and figure it out. He disproved the two, which I mean, those were crazy. I don't want to just like speculate. I have a team looking into it. I don't think we did though. But
Like, it's still, like, no matter what, if it's illegal, I think it's still a little weird that you get your friends to sign the merch that your fans are buying, think it's you that signed it. And I think that's kind of a scam, low-key.
Bonjour mademoiselle, j'ai procuré lunettes soleil, je veux m'en venger, merci beaucoup.
regardless, just to be truthful, if people want a refund or think for whatever reason like we did something wrong, like I'll send you a link that you can just put in the description where they can get a refund. Maybe just throw it on the screen here.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, at the moment, that's all I really have to say. Maybe I could do a follow-up in the future. I'm trying to, dig up all the footage from that live stream. This was like many years ago. Like this isn't like something I did 3 months ago.
Yeah, COVID was Bobby compliant.
Why are people always, like, dating in his past, though? Like, y'all do not know who Mr. Beast 6000 was. He was a dog. He was a Zog. Like, bro, I love Mr. Beast 6000. He's the best. I don't really like Mr. Beast nowadays, so he's kind of boring. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me fix this. Sorry, I had to take a little break. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Video.
Yeah, Coffee's video and the report. Well, so I'll start off with the report. I mean, most people probably haven't even read it, but that's what kind of spawned that whole thing was this. Did you see it? Like the, yeah, so the gist of this crypto report that was, 1 second, sorry. Not
Yo, is Fiji water good? That actually low-key looks tasty.
the gist of this report was Jimmy is too stupid to like make this kind of money, therefore it must be insider trading. This is his wallet, you know.
What this us, bro?
Clearly there was insider trading because he never would have been able to make this kind of money. When in reality, which is what I told Coffee in that statement we gave him, it was managed by a fund. So I wasn't the one managing the wallet. You know, I've never had access to that wallet. I've never done the buying and selling on that wallet. There's a actual professional who's written books on crypto and lived and breathes crypto every single day managing it. So most of the allegations there like are just answered by like, I am too stupid to do that. That's why.
I mean, I'm kind of stupid too. Like, to be, I try to make people handle my money too.
A fund was managing it. You know what I mean? And yeah, I mean, like Coffee said, like if he literally said this in a video. If you like Jimmy, then you're like, yeah, he has answers for everything, and just checks out. And if you don't like Jimmy, then you're gonna go, you know, there's obviously wrongdoing here. But yeah, I mean, the honest truth is like, I make videos. I'm running 7 businesses. I got a lot going on, and yeah, I invest in a crypto fund. They invest on my behalf, and I've never like had access to that wallet. They're the one doing the buying and selling. I mean, there are thousands of transactions on there. Like, I don't even have that kind of time. I'm sure you could probably even look at it and see like days where I was like maybe in solitary confinement or like doing a video.
No, why is he torturing himself like that? Like, Loki's scared like that. Like he tortured me. Like, that's already bad enough.
I didn't even have access to a computer, and there's trading.
True.
So for the conspiracy theorists that think I'm lying and using the fund as a cover up, like, I mean, there's got to be some way where you could just figure that out, like, or I was on a plane ride or something. But yeah, that's like the honest transparency is, you know, I was in a crypto fund and people thought I owned the wallet and it's called Wu-Tang Clan.
Do you listen to Wu-Tang Clan? I have, yes. I don't. So I feel like that's a.
What is Wu-Tang Clan? I'm kind of stupid. I don't know who that is.
Another indicator. I wouldn't have named it Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
I had to educate myself on what Wu-Tang Clan was. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I think that's pretty interesting.
Or Tony's Chocolate. The company that is the gold standard that has been living and breathing this for the last 15 years is Tony's Open Chain, or Tony's Chocolonely. Have you heard of them? Yeah, I mean, phenomenal. They are nuts about this stuff. Like they've done all the research. They live and breathe it, like on how to eliminate child labor, how to, you know, best support the farmers, how to everything you can think of, which I'm about to go in depth on.
Like, all these people say like they're against child labor, but they literally buy stuff from like Temu. Like, you can't say that.
And so I was like, hey, I need to talk to these guys. These guys know what they're doing. And so I spent a lot of time with them, and we actually formed a joint partnership with, where we sourced through Tony's Open Chain with Feastables and Tony's Open Chain when we were moving over there. And this has been a thing well before the controversy. Before anyone says, oh, it's only because of controversy, it was a thing before the controversy. And basically, 100% of Feastables cocoa is fair trade certified, which...
Am I the only one that low-key likes Feastables? They're actually kind of tasty, TBH. Like, don't knock until you try it. They're actually kind of tasty.
It's expensive. It's basically the most expensive certification you can have on it, which for most chocolate companies would be enough. You'd get your cocoa fair trade certified, and then like, do you even know what fair trade certified means? Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you think your viewers know? No. So if someone was like, you're unethical, and I just said my beans are fair trade certified, my chocolate, 99% of people would be like, okay, good enough. That makes sense. So like, I could have just hid behind that, but I didn't think fair trade. I don't think that's enough, and so. Not only are 100% of Feastables beans fair trade certified, but 100% of them, we also pay a living income reference price. Have I mentioned any of this to you before? Yeah. Okay, so 100 living income reference.
Oh, wow.
So basically, this is why it's hilarious how people are like claiming we unethically source our cocoa. And I'm ready to lay this out because everyone who said I use slave labor and I don't care, I hope you delete your videos because you were literally spreading severe.
Like, I feel like people, like, he got, like, real accusations that, like, actually are true. And I feel like people, like, try to stretch it out into making him even worse person he actually is.
disinformation. So for us, one of the main drivers of child labor in cocoa is poverty. Like, they don't make enough money. So you can't just go to a farmer and say, don't use child labor, because if they can't afford to pay a grown-up, then you're telling them, hey, go starve. You know, they have to make money. So one of the ways you can eliminate child labor is you have to pay a living income. So there's a thing called living income reference price, where they look at, and tell me if I need to dumb it down or whatever, I don't know. But they look at inflation, the cost of bread, basically the cost of living in these areas in West Africa. And they say, hey, if a farmer sells you a metric ton of cocoa, they need to get paid blank to actually be able to live. If you're paying under that, it's just not reasonable for them to live, which then will mean for them to live, they're gonna have to use child labor. So 100% of our beans
Wow.
to pay a living income reference price. So if a farmer theoretically sold us a metric ton of cocoa for, I'll make up a number, $800, and the living income reference price is $1,000, we'll go, hey, we actually want to pay you $1,000 for that, a $200 premium on top of it, to make sure you make enough money to live off of. And that's what we do for all our beans, which is like crazy, you know what I mean? But if we're doing this, you know, we don't want child labor on the farms. And so there's child labor mediation system, and there's a lot of stuff. And this is where Tony's has been great to work with. You know, we have people who check in on the farms and, you know, interview the families, interview the kids. If there are cases, remediate it, follow up, make sure the case was remediated. And it's
I'm sorry, I'm letting him yap a lot. I don't know what to say to this.
about part of solving child labor is making sure the farmers make more money. So we also have coaches that will work with farms to, you know, on their theoretical hectare, see if there's any way they can educate them so they can get 10% more yield. So for the same farm, they can make 10% more money. Therefore, they're not as in poverty, so it's easier. The company that is.
Well, let me say, I mean, if he's like, I mean, if the economy, like, if the money is, like, proved false about, like, all the money stuff, like, he's innocent and, like, financially and all that stuff, he still had Dr. Chris Respect as a friend, which I think is still a little weird. So I think the situation's, like, 50-50. Like, I don't think he's the most horrible guy, but I also don't think Mrbeast is, like, the best guy. Like, you're still friends with someone that was, like, weird. So I don't know for sure. That's just my opinion. Hope you have a horrible, horrible day.
Spooky, spooky haircut. Spooky, spooky haircut. Spooky, spooky haircut. Spooky, spooky haircut.